How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about, in my opinion, the top 5 IRs to watch out for Black Bolt and White Flare. I looked through the list, and again, this is just my opinion. You know, yours may differ. You may have different IRs that you like better than others. You may not agree with this, and if you don't agree, after going over the list, let me know. Comment, maybe what your top 5 are, or what your thoughts are about my top 5, and we'll see. But as far as from looking through the list of all the IRs in the set for both of the sets, these are the 5 that I think in the long term are going to do better than the rest of them. Don't get me wrong, most of the artworks are really nice. I think that, there definitely are some probably more beautiful artworks. But as far as what most people are looking for, these are going to be the top 5. So we're starting with Black Bolt. In my opinion, Black Bolt is the nicer of the set. I think that the SIRs are pretty equal. I think it really just depends on who you are, because most people are going to like Zekrom, and then the Reshiram, and then the Keldeo is really nice, and the Akiram is nice as well. So those are pretty even. But I think as far as IRs, you then see there'll be a short that I did where I was unboxing the packages I received yesterday for Black Bolt, White Flare, and I have a poll. So if you haven't seen it yet, there's a poll down in the shorts. Go ahead and answer that. It's which one do you like more, Black Bolt or White Flare? Black Bolt's winning mile wide. So I'm going to leave the most obvious one last for Black Bolt. White. So there's 3 real quick. There's 3 for Black Bolt, and then there's 2 for White Flare. The first one is going to be the Haxorus. The Haxorus, for me, and I think for most people, it just looks like a powerful card. So for me, I think that the Haxorus really speaks to me. It's a really cool Pokemon, and it looks just kind of like dark and menacing, like it's looking for somebody to mess up. It's something that you'll see in the list that I did, because a lot of people like the attacking positions for Pokemon cards. That seem to do pretty well for the most part, or like the Pokemon's doing something. So like a lot of people didn't like the Mewtwo, because the Mewtwo was just kind of standing there. They're like, oh, it would have been so much better if it would have been in like an attacking position. So the Haxorus, for me, that's one of the cards. Again, I just think it's beautiful artwork. I think it looks powerful. I think it looks like it's up to something, and I think people are going to relate to it really well. And I think long term, it's going to do better than most of the IRs for both sets. The next card is going to be Cobalion, and for this one, it's not as powerful, but it's one of those cards that you could just see like iconic part of the set. You have Cobalion just looking up into the sky, and it's a beautiful scenery. Did really good with the art, and I think a lot of people like Cobalion. So for me, that was a no-brainer on that card. For what they were doing. The last one, and most people are going to be surprised by it, is a Seismitoad. So for me, it's not my favorite card. I much prefer the Cobalion, the Haxorus, over the Seismitoad. But right now, we're going through the whole thing with Shichikonda. And of course, if you're not aware, they did the Magikarp, and they also did the Magnetone promo for Surging Sparks. And so, don't get me wrong, I am a fan of that kind of artwork. So like the Baxcalibur from, I believe it's Paldea Evolved, I have that card and I really like it. This Seismitoad, for me though, it's not, don't get me wrong, I mean, as far as for the IRs and the IR list, it's not bad. But the reason I put it as number 1, and of course this is in no order, is just because Shinji Kanda, and everybody is going crazy for Shinji Kanda. So that's why I think this will be the number one. These are the top, as of right now for performing IRs. Again, nothing wrong with the artwork. It's just not for me. There's another card. I can't think of the name of it. I'll put a photo of it. But I actually like that card a lot, and that was almost going to be like a notable mention, but I just wanted to stick to the 5. So those are the 3 for Black Bolt, and then White Flare is going to be the Samurott. And the reason I chose the Samurott is, first of all, it's the final evolution of the 3 starter Pokemon. I think it's the nicest one, and I know, like, personally, as again, you're noticing it's powerful. It's standing probably on a rock is what it looks like. There's water crashing around it, waves crashing around it. You have the seagulls in the background, and I think, again, those powerful cards. It doesn't have to be attacking, but it's got like the beauty and power to it. I think that people long term are going to like it, and especially out of the starting 3. So obviously you have the superior SAR, and then the Embor, but they're fine. So for me, Samurott is going to be, honestly, probably for White Flare is going to be the top card, IR wise. And then the last one is the Terrakion. And again, just first of all, it's a beautiful card. It's kind of like Doomsday. Looks like it's just destroyed, or some other Pokemon has just destroyed that city or town, or whatever they were kind of going with the artwork. But it's just walking through like rubble and destruction. And I think, that it's going to resonate with people. It just, honestly, it just looks badass. I mean, and it may, again, this list is not, this is what I think based off of what I've seen. Your list may be completely different. But for me, that is my favorite card out of everything. So out of Black Bolt and White Flare for the IRs, but it may not be for you. Like, I know that like the Deerling's super nice too. I like the artwork a lot. This is just kind of what I think that most people in the community are going to go for, and what's going to hold value in the long term. That's just a quick list of the top 5 right now, and I'll try to get the prices in there in this video. Right now, they're all, most of the IRs, not all of them, some of them are going to be lower, but they're all sitting around like $20-30. And I know that some people are probably going to say the Zoroark is one of them, or the Zorua. I mean, that's fine. Again, like I said, if you don't agree with this list at all, or if there are some cards that I missed, or that you think you like more, or think are going to do better, feel free to comment down below and let me know. We'll have a discussion about it. This is just kind of A, personal, and then B, out of all of them. But I think overall, there's some nice IRs, but on average, the high ones are sitting at like $30. The low ones are kind of like in the mid-teens right now. Of course, prices are going to drop. We'll keep it on, and I'll probably make a video in a week. About a week from today, we'll make a video and kind of go over, these top 5, see how they're performing, and see if any others are coming up. But yeah, that's it. Just wanted to drop in, make a video, like I said, see what you guys think. I think it's a good set. I'm not 100% sold on pull rates, but I haven't gotten open a lot either. So this, it's just so if you have gotten open a bunch or open a decent amount, let me know. Like I said in the comments, let me know what you got in the pull. I opened up one booster box, and I got like a Clink and a couple of EXs and a Excadrill full art. Other than that, and a couple Pokemons. So other than that, wasn't that great? So anyways, Appreciate you guys. Talk to you later.